Welcome back, everyone. This is Sims Complete. Phil Sims just adjusted his sunglasses there for the 80th millionth time. And
Reading glasses,
yeah,
sunglasses. What the hell are you looking at?
I know I'm just busting your chops. But hey, I'm your
Oh,
host, Matt Sims. That's my other host, Phil Sims. And we are back with more QB breakdowns here today. And right now, we are getting to numero uno, Caleb Williams,
right.
USC quarterback, listed 6'1, 215 pounds, a junior coming out this year. And Caleb Williams started his career at Oklahoma, did a lot of great things there as the quarterback there, transfers over to USC, did some more amazing things that we really don't see that often at the college level at the quarterback position. And this is going to be a fun one, Big Phil. What'd you think of Caleb Williams when you were watching him on film?
Oh, well, I wasn't disappointed. I'll tell you that. It's unbelievable. I got a chance to watch him on TV this year, even though they played out west. And the games I saw, it's like, wow, he just makes a lot of unbelievable plays. Look, he can do all the standard stuff. One, he can throw the ball from sideline to sideline any way you want it, sidearm, overhand, running, with power, with touch. He really has it all. He is what I would call, and you and I talk about this all the time. He definitely has a strong arm, and he's a thrower. He can make special throws, and he does it every single game. But
Yeah.
he's also a passer where, when it's needed, he has to touch. He's able to throw over one defender in front of another one to give his guy a chance to catch the ball. And that's a thumbnail sketch. And let me just say this. I watch a lot of TV, and it's not a knock against anybody, but Caleb Williams is going to be the first pick. It's not going to be Jaden Daniels. And I'm not going to get into saying negative things about Jaden, but it's not CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud, what, man? He had one of the most flexible arms you'll ever see, and that's why he has all that power. So that separates him. But Caleb Williams, this is truly a
And
special
you're
talent.
and you
Go
were
ahead.
saying CJ Stroud in comparison to Jaden
Yeah,
Daniels
right.
with the
That's what I
arm
was trying to say.
flexibility. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's got a catapult. It's here and it just boom. And
Yeah.
you can't see it with the naked eye. You got to slow it down. But Caleb Williams has a special arm. He can do all the things we've already talked about in other quarterbacks. He
Yeah.
can throw it with his hand. He can have people all around him. He can flick it. He can do whatever you need to get the football down the field to the open guy.
Yeah, I remember earlier this year, obviously during the college football season, just watching some of the games, right? Participating too with some of the things that I did with ESPN. And I really, started to hear that chatter. Drake's the better prospect for the NFL, right? All that. And
Right.
there started to be that kind of that flip flop of like, well, it was Caleb one, Drake's two, and then it was Drake one, Caleb's two. And, after watching the film again and going through some of the stuff that I had seen, Caleb Williams is best quarterback in this year's draft. It's not even
Yes.
close. It really isn't. It's not even close. Caleb Williams is the most ready day one guy out of the entire group. Now, is he a finished product?
No.
No, he's not. None of them are, right? But he is born to play the quarterback position. He has the ability to do everything that you want the quarterback to be able to do as far as moving in the pocket, creating plays, right? Making great throws into tight coverage, movement, running for yards too. This kid has it all. And I think he really is one of the best prospects that have been around for a long time. When I see his highlights, it's special. It is
Yeah.
there's nothing ordinary about it.
Yeah, there's tons of them. Well, tell me this. So you were sitting in the stands one night, high school football, up at
That's
Don
right.
Bosco, and they were playing Gonzaga,
Yeah,
right? Or
that's right.
Gonzaga, however you say it. He and Caleb Williams was the quarterback. And you came home and you said, "Hey, Dad, I watched this raw." And I said, "Oh, really? Yeah, is he really?" He goes, "No, he was really good. In fact, I went down on the field just to say hi to
I
him."
did. I did.
Yeah,
No, I saw him against my alma mater. Don Bosco was playing against him. His school, Gonzaga, there in Maryland,
right.
and our defense, Bosco was doing a great job. Containing him. It was a tough game, but in the fourth quarter, I saw this dude throw a 20-yard in cut in high school on the opposite hash, about 5 feet off the ground, through three different defenders on a line, right on target. scramble, do one of his Caleb Williams 360 spins,
Oh
run
yeah.
for a first down. And I said, son of a bitch, this kid is no doubt a Division I quarterback. And I really went over there too, just to like kind of do the old
Size.
evaluation
Oh
thing,
sure, you sized him up. Yeah, of
And
course.
man, when I went over there, I was like, yep. I was like, dude's Division I quarterback. Now, at the time when I saw him, he was probably only about like 6 foot, but he was strong,
Yeah.
strong hands, densely built. And I was like, man, this dude's going to be a problem at the college level. And it really was an enjoyable thing to see him
Well,
at that level too. And now obviously where he is today.
you said to me he committed to Oklahoma. Spencer Rattler better get ready to move. I
Yeah,
think.
I
Yeah,
know.
Spencer
I
Rattler.
did. I
Yeah.
did.
It's
And
not
Spencer,
nothing
yeah,
against Spencer Rattler. We're
nothing
going to talk
against
about him
Spencer.
down the road because he's done
Yeah.
well too.
No,
Yeah,
you're
but
right.
Caleb
Absolutely.
Williams, he's a big guy. At
Yeah.
6'1", he's a big guy, big shoulder. I met him in CBS when he won the Heisman Trophy his junior year or his second year in college football, and that was the first thing that hit me. He might not be that tall, but he's big, long arms, big hands, all that stuff. I will say this: for all the talent that he has, I'm just going to give one negative. It will be, and it might take a year. It's going to be adjustment for him playing in the NFL.
Yeah.
He's athletically, he's the best guy on the field and all through high school and college. Well, that won't be the point in the pros. He won't be physically the best guy. The runners, the guys going after him, everything is just going to be faster and tougher, as you know. So I don't expect him to, let's say he goes to Chicago Bears. I don't expect him to start out and just be on fire. That's
Right.
for sure.
Right.
So that to me, that'll be his biggest adjustment as I look at him, because the other stuff's going to come. My God, I couldn't even write notes when I watched him because I was just kept going. Well, that was a good play. Let me run. Oh, that was really good. I did that so many times
Right.
watching him. Some of the throws that were just fantastic.
Yeah, they were. And I mean, as far as his mobility goes, I was extremely impressed with how well he moves in the pocket. Of course, his ability to adjust, change angles, like I said, to do his 360s. There's multiple times in college. Now, this is something that I wouldn't promote at the NFL level, but there's multiple times in college
Oh,
where he literally turns and runs the opposite way to get
yes.
out of traffic. He's looking at the opposite end zone and still is able to get his head around, adjust, throw on the run or reset, and then throw again down the field. His pocket movement like that reminded me a little bit of young Russell Wilson with the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Young Russell used to like reverse field twice and then throw that 50-50 ball down the field, and it kind of reminds me of that, but it's even better. It's even more impressive with his
Right.
ability to do that because he has a stronger arm, he has a more flexible arm, and he can throw from, more difficult positions more consistently. So that was one thing that I think that really, to me was like a wow moment watching his film.
Yeah. Well, you saying all those things, it's all true. Just some things. I put hearts beside things I like about quarterbacks or whatever I'm doing. And damn, he's got a lot of hearts on this paper. So, it's, but, the one thing that another negative, I would say there are not a lot of times, but I'm going to say 4 or 5 a game where he gives up on the pocket too quick.
Right.
Because he has the ability to move. Sometimes he overuses it. Instead of staying with the read, it's going to be wide open for you. You're going to throw it in time and stuff like that. So that's one. But the hands, the other thing is he spins the ball great. You said it. The ball spins. It's always a spiral, it seems like. And he's got the power to make it easy to catch. Has all the arm angles. The other thing, to move like he does, I mean, his feet, he kind of stays on his feet. The ball's on his feet. So he's always able to react. He doesn't get stuck flat-footed trying to throw the ball. He can launch it. I mean, gosh, how many throws did you see where he threw it over 60 yards and you couldn't even see it in the screen? It went out of the screen. He threw it so high.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. But, and then he makes flat-footed throws where he gets stuck and he has to stand there. And now he's just got to do it with all of his body and arm. He does that great too. So, man, Matt, if he's not the first pick, boy, that'll be something you, as a football team, you just got to sit there and hope and pray that he doesn't turn out to be who a lot of people think he is going to be in the NFL.
Now you're the Chicago Bears. You're picking Caleb Williams.
Oh, yes, I'm gonna. As soon as they say the 2024 draft has started, it'll be right there. There you go. Gotcha, Commissioner.
Yeah.
Here we are. I'm right with you. But
Well, they might not like that for the building up the TV drama.
no,
but
oh no,
you'll have the card in early. You're saying
they're gonna turn it in at what is it, 15 minutes in the first round?
or something like that.
So
Yeah.
whatever it is, I can't think. But they're turning in the last 30 seconds. Oh, there's some mystery. Maybe it is Jaden Daniels. No, it's not gonna be. And
Right.
If it is, a lot of people be shocked. I'll be really shocked. I like Jaden Daniels a lot, but Caleb Williams, it truly is special. I hate the word generational talent,
Yeah.
but he's really, what else can I say? Go ahead. Anything else you got about him that you want to
Yeah, I
mark
mean,
out?
I think what is really neat when you watch this film too is that we said this too with Michael Penix, right? His ability to just manipulate the football with his hand. There's multiple times that he drops back. He's about to pull the trigger and make a decision to something over here to his left. He recoils, and then with really out actually having to like totally reset and get his body all lined up, he can kind of just turn and just rip his arm back and throw it with just his arm in hand. And that to me is a great quality for an NFL quarterback to have. That to me, other than Michael Penix, he really is the only one out of this class that seems to do that with the consistency of technique over and over. A lot of those don't get away from him. So his accuracy when he recoils to me is something that, as an evaluator, I love that because I could see he can look somewhere, get adjusted, get taken off that read, find something else on the opposite side of the field and still make a dynamic throw without really blinking an eye.
You know what I'm doing? And it's been said, and your brother said it, and to a degree, he, trying to tamp it down a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's if I went back and I can remember watching Patrick Mahomes at Texas Tech.
Right.
And now time is separated and everything has changed. But Caleb Williams, watching his tapes, are more impressive than the ones I saw with Patrick Mahomes. Now, don't take this out of context and say, oh, Phil said that he's going to be better. No, I'm not saying that.
Well, they will if they want to. It's okay.
Well, I don't care.
Yeah.
But he does it, the same way as Pat. The hand throwing, too. That's a big – he can do it. Aaron Rodgers, great hand thrower. Get caught, can lean back and throw it underhanded 30 yards like it's nothing. You got any other ones? As I was quickly trying to think in my head. Justin Herbert.
Herbert's very good that way. Man, off the top of my head, I think Lamar's very good at that.
Lamar can definitely do it.
He is absolutely like one of the better ones. Of course, Mahomes, Herbert, Josh Allen at times. He doesn't quite have it naturally, I think, as Caleb does already in his career. So that's interesting. But what I like in that comparison with Patrick Mahomes, there was a lot of I feel like Patrick just kind of hey, what the F? Let me just throw it, I don't really see a ton of reckless throws from Caleb Williams when I watch this film. Even too, when you look at his stats, past 2 years, 5 interceptions each season. And with the amount of throwing, 388 attempts this past year, 500 attempts the year before that, the dude protects the football while still playing super aggressive. And that's something that we commended Patrick Mahomes on this year during the playoffs. A lot of attempts, a lot of big time throws, tight windows, and doesn't throw it into traffic very often. The one game that everyone kind of brings up is the Notre Dame game. Ooh. But, that was a bad one for sure. But that's not enough for me to say, I'm afraid now of this pick.
Oh, listen, a couple things. But one, the Notre Dame game, never did I go, it's the quarterback's fault. They're blitzing. Could we just once pick up the blitz? And two, which they never did. He was under constant duress. So, I'm judging him.
Right.
I'm giving the fault to the coaches, okay? Because there's nothing he can do.
Yeah.
But also the other thing is Notre Dame was all over their receivers and all over their offense. Right. They were everything. And it's, I didn't look at USC's offense and think it was complicated and really big. They had some principles in there I like, but more than anything, I don't mean this as a bad, but it's a college offense. Okay,
Right.
it doesn't have enough of the pro stuff in it for me, but they did a really good job with it anyway.
Yeah,
But
I mean, there wasn't a ton of answers for different things that they saw
no,
throughout the year. There wasn't a lot of adjustments. It wasn't a lot on the quarterback's plate either. So that will be an adjustment for Caleb Williams and his development too, with just asking and demanding more of him at the position. We've seen that again from guys like Patrick, Lamar, Josh Allen taking more of a command in the offense, being more vocal, changing the protections, making plays and adjustments on the fly. And I think that will be somewhat of an adjustment for Caleb, since he will be thrusted into the starting lineup right away. This is not a guy that, hey, let's sit him on the bench for a year. No, he's playing day one no matter what.
yeah. Well, he was sacked 83 times during his career. That's a lot, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. They'll fix that up too. But yeah, can't wait just to tell everybody out there, when we get done with all these quarterbacks, we're going to do just a few plays to show you, and you can see it live, what they do and why we think they're going to go in a certain round, or why they're good, or what maybe the trouble spots are for these guys as they go into the NFL.
Yeah, definitely. We'll absolutely get to more of that stuff though in the future. Other thoughts on Caleb Williams as far as the film and stuff like that. Like, you think he's for sure he's the number one pick. The Bears
Yeah,
shouldn't blink an eye. They got to take him. What
yeah.
other things about Caleb impress you though?
No, I just think that the physical part of him, I love everything about that. He's mobile, can change directions. Awesome. We've talked about all of his throws. He's got the combination, man. He's got the
Yeah,
combo. He's got the combo of the power and the finesse. So
yeah,
that's the old thrower passer.
right.
And he definitely has both of those. And hey, look, I think I haven't heard him talk a whole lot, but the way he plays and everything, he's got to have a good personality. So a lot of players are going to gravitate around him, and he has a chance to be a leader and influence the football team because of his talent.
No
So,
doubt. And I mean, hey, the NFL is a business, and the Bears draft Caleb Williams, and there's going to be a lot of excitement about that business. Business will be booming for sure if Caleb Williams is the quarterback, because, hey, I'm tuning into the Bears to check it out too, if
oh,
they draft him. So, but we'll see though what that means though for Justin Fields, and his future. If you were in this situation, the Bears GM, where he goes, what they get for him in return to obviously help Caleb Williams. And also, now he's on a rookie deal. So maybe they are a little bit more aggressive in free agency and surrounding him with some more veteran talent around the NFL this offseason. A lot of good receivers and defensive players in the free agency this season. So we'll see kind of where the Bears put their focus.
okay. Well, here we go. Before we stop this, tell
Yeah.
me where Justin Fields is going. What team? Go.
Ooh, I would like to see him with the Atlanta Falcons
Me
and Raheem
too.
Morris. I
Yep.
would like that. That's definitely high on my list for sure.
Okay. Well, that was
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah. Sorry.
For
So
you
good
and
debate.
me, agreeing is not a common thing. So I figured you would
Yeah,
have something
I
to add.
guess so. I
All
guess
right.
so. Yeah.
No, it's all
Uh,
good. Good stuff.
yeah, good stuff. That's all we got today for Caleb Williams. Again, we will revisit all of these quarterbacks as we go through this process leading up to the draft. And then we'll discuss again, obviously, after the draft, the fits and the teams that they end up with, and whether or not we like them, whether the coaching staff will change a little bit of what they do to fit the guy that they picked. And it's going to be an exciting year for this NFL draft. But
Yeah.
for me and Big Phil, there's no doubt Caleb Williams is the number one guy in this year's draft, and the Bears should not hesitate.
Yeah, that and a lot of other quarterbacks who are going to find places in the NFL. We're going to bring them up too and talk about them. And
Yeah,
there's quite a list. Probably
and
at
it
least 10 more, maybe 15.
no, hey, we'll get through all
We'll
that
touch
stuff,
them.
Big Phil. It's
Yeah.
a podcast, Big Guy. We can talk about whatever the hell we want to talk about for the whole year. So,
I'm
what's
telling them the future.
hey, they don't care. They're just going to tune in. So, the thing is,
Okay.
what is great is that just a few weeks ago, I was doing an interview, and I was like, yeah, keep Justin Fields. Don't trade away the pick, pick collateral for him, all that kind of stuff. Surround him with talent. And then I watched the film, and I was like, trade Justin Fields, keep Caleb Williams, let's go. So it's just so funny how watching film and doing this, how quickly your opinion can change. So I don't know if that's a good sign
Hey,
or not, but
listen, when you get more facts, your opinion should change.
Yeah.
Okay, you gain knowledge. So, well, didn't see it. Changing your opinion is what you should do all the time in this business,
Yeah.
because the more information you gather, the smarter we're going to get. At least I hope so.
Yeah, that's right.
So we'll see.
We're praying, that's for sure. Well, that
Yeah.
was our philosophy for the
Yeah, there you
day,
go.
and I'm your host Matt Sims with my other host Phil Sims because he didn't like the name co-host. And that's all we got today for Sims Complete. We'll be back with more stuff here
Yes.
real soon. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Peace.